Hello everyone, welcome back. It's that time of week again, so let's get ready. Alright, so, sorry that was my hairbrush. Oh, please ignore the statement right now. First of all, we're going like full decathlon set today. We've got my burgundy base layer, like this is such a nice like what's the word? Breathable. There we go. Breathable colour. Like it is it's really, really nice to wear. Absolutely love it. And it's definitely a go-to. Okay. And then second of all, we have I feel like I've talked about all these clothes before, and I have. So it's literally just repeating the same stuff. But these are really nice. They're definitely my less grippy jumpers, as you can see. But they're super nice, super breathable. They've got, is it 2 zip-up pockets or 1? 1 zip-up pocket on the side, and if I'm going to have my phone in my pocket while I'm riding, these are definitely the ones I'd wear because they're my only ones with the zip. So yeah, let's get changed. I'm going to try and do a little like spin transition, but it's just more editing for me tonight. Okay, ready? Okay. Right, we are ready. Now I've just got hair, makeup and everything else. So, for those of you, sorry, for the majority of those of you that think no, was at pony camp last week, but oh, please ignore the state of my hair. But oh my goodness, what a week. My pony, Georgie, who's about 14 years old, he was quite spooky at a lot of stuff. Like, he was so incredibly well behaved, bless him. Literally never said no to anything. Well, maybe walking past a bush, but in terms of jumping, he never said no to anything. Actually, no, he said no to one thing, but he wanted to canter over this skinny, and I brought him back to trot over this log. It's a bit spooky, my fault, and the line was dodgy. But other than that, he jumped absolutely everything. I was so incredibly proud of him. And then the thing that I probably posted about the most is our eventing competition. Now, we didn't go out cross country. The videos of cross country are from the day before. That's why I'm not in show kit. But cross country was cancelled because it was about fair. It was warm. I don't know how hot it's actually. I was going to say 30 degrees, but it wasn't because we wouldn't have jumped if it was 30. It was probably 26 degrees, I'm going to say. Anyway, it was warm. And the horses all got hosed off really well after our dressage. And then again after our jumping. They did so well. And we did it really early. For those of you going, oh, but it was that hot that day. It was, yes. It was, whoever thinking, it was 30 degrees that day. Yes, it was. Fully appreciative of that. But dressage started at 20 to 9 in the morning. The first round was the first test was at 20 to 9 in the morning. And then everyone was completely done by, I want to say 11:30, like with show jumping and everything. Everyone was completely done. And then everyone sort of left around 1 PM. But yeah, Georgie was so good. We got 2 rosettes. We got one that wasn't like a proper rosette, but you know what I mean. It was one of those special rosettes. We got that for best duo. And then we and like most improved and stuff. And then we did, because there were 2 classes, the 70 to 80 centimetres was a smaller class, because everyone had the same dressage test, but they broke the classes up into, like, depending whether it was jumping or not, what height they were. So there was about probably between 5 to 8 people in the 70 to 80 class, and then there was 11 of us in the 50 to 60 class. And then, like I said, they just had to base, like, you know. But I was in the 50 to 60 class, and they still counted the dressage and everything because it's eventing, so. But out of 11, Georgie and I actually placed second, which I was so proud of that pony for, honestly. He was good as gold. Over jump number 8, if you guys actually, I don't know if you can be bothered, like, you absolutely do not have to, but if you watch the jumping round I posted, over the 8th jump, you might notice my heel go up, my leg go up onto his back. I swear, if I had my foot in the stirrup, I would not have done that. But about a stride and a half, and if you zoom in, you can actually see it, about a stride and a half before that jump, I lost my stirrup. And I did not have the time to, I did actually get it back after I landed, and I kept him in the canter and everything. I landed, and you can sort of see me wobble a bit. But I put my foot back in the stirrup, and we carried on to the last fence. But if you're wondering why my lower leg is so awful over the jump, that might be why. But yeah, he still jumped that. He still went along with it. He was such a little legend of a horse. I was so proud of him. And honestly, I couldn't have done it without him. I mean, obviously not, but you know what I mean. Like, he was perfect for me that day. We brought him in, didn't braid all of his mane. He did put up with me braiding his forelocks, to be fair. Brought him in probably about 6:30 that morning. Went across the road. He came in with 5 other horses, and he had a bath and everything in the morning. I ended up braiding 4 horses' tails that morning. It was not intended, but you know what? I actually really enjoy braiding horses' tails. So I was quite happy to do it. I was quite excited to be like, oh yeah, I get to braid some horse tails. I'm using my Kiko black mascara today because it's easier to put on than my brown one. For some reason, I don't actually know why. But yeah, he was incredible. Could not have asked better of him. Like, that did actually cry when I left. A few people did, to be fair, because everyone was trying to say goodbye to their ponies. It was all very sweet, and we sort of all, because there was us, there was me, and then there was some people that were my age, some people that were older, some people that were younger, and there was about, how many were there? I want to say, I don't know actually. There were probably about 7 or 8 of us that all formed quite like a decent friend group. And then, or maybe a bit more actually, maybe like 9 of us. Probably 9 of us that made a really nice, decent friend group from it. I'm gonna have to edit that out later. That's so annoying. Basically, that's annoying. It's fine. No, basically, my camera my video paused. My phone told me my battery was on 10%. I do need to charge that. And then for some reason my Siri came on. But anyway, yeah, as I was saying, there were probably about 9 of us actually that made a friend group, and we were all saying goodbye, and it was so sweet. Like, we had such a good time, especially in the evening. Quite a few of us did like Chase Me Charlie on foot, trying to jump over the jumps. And then some arenas had sprinklers in, like the sand arenas. So we'd go, because it'd be boiling, and we'd go do that. And for those of you who are worried, like, that we were riding in the heat, we weren't. We rode 7:30 before breakfast, had breakfast, 10 a.m. Right, then a 10 a.m. ride. Then we left it till 6 p.m, which is when we tapped up, got on, and had a really nice, easy session at the end of the day. Everyone literally, there was probably about 5 people. There was obviously more, but it felt like there were 5 people on the yard during the day. Like, obviously all the instructors and trainers and everyone. Because there were like 20 of us that went. Obviously everyone was still there. But, like, it was so, like, no, everyone fell asleep. There were obviously people still checking on the horses. Like, there would be people that went and check on the horse, then you go and check on your horse. Like, everyone went to check on their horses probably every half hour, 45 minutes. And they all got hosed off and everything. And yeah, it was all chill, but yeah, so proud of Georgie. Anyway, I'm pretty much ready for that. Alright, well, I'll probably vlog like of things around the house, but yeah. Anyway, I shall see you guys in a bit. Bye. Guys, okay, I'm back. Don't mind the state of me. I have quite literally just had a shower. But we didn't actually ride today, that's why I'm back. We were on the yard because it was far too hot for the horses and too hot for us. So our instructors decided that we weren't going to ride. But honestly, that is absolutely fine. We had so much fun on the yard. It was so fun. We started off with some like stretches to see, so you sort of had to put your heel against the wall, like further back, and then try and get your knee to touch the wall, to tell how well you are at keeping your heels down. Wasn't great. I wasn't great at it. But then we also had to try and balance, like kneel on a big like rubber bouncy ball and just try and balance. Yeah, and then we had to do a plank on it as well. You know what? It sounds easier than actually was, but oh my days, it was so incredibly difficult. I hit the matting, the floor, a couple of times. Yeah, quite a few times. But it was actually honestly fine. And then we had like this barrel. There was this barrel, and we had, it's also called Flatjack saddle. Some of you that ride Lavin, you may have seen Flatjack. Yeah, we had his saddle, and it was sat on this barrel, and we had to try and like keep even weight and then go as if we were jumping, like into jump position, and stand up in it. At the end of the hour, my brother did have a go on it because he's so convinced that balancing and riding a horse is easy. He was convinced. He now fully understands, or partially understands, the concept of the balance. So yes, I'm quite happy that he now understands that. But honestly, like, it was, and then we did also give this pony Gus, a very nice bath down, which I actually think he quite enjoyed. We sprayed each other with a hose quite a few times. We all got very wet, but yeah, it was a really nice way to spend the hour, and it was a great opportunity to be like down and like with the horses and not just riding them, which I found really, really nice. It was super fun. But yeah, I'm going to end the vlog here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I am actually, if you just keep watching, I'm going to say goodbye, but I'm going to try and edit a little collage, all the photos I took and all the photos my instructor took today, and just put them all in a little frame for the end of this video. But thank you guys so much for just listening to me rant, honestly, and I shall see you all next week. Bye.